Could you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, my name's Johnny G. 24 years old, from London in the UK, and my main site is yourinfobusiness.com. You can go to get some free tips about creating information products and list building, how to make money doing that. I've been marketing online for around 4 years now, and I mainly focus now on creating information products in a lot of different niches, yeah, that's pretty much that.
If you lost everything overnight, at least in your business, what would you do to get it back to where you are now?
Okay, so if I wasn't able to use my existing contacts and JV partners and stuff like that, you know, what I would do is I would focus on building a list from scratch, because that is like the main thing that people need to have, is a list. Okay, so I would just put all my effort into creating a list from scratch, right? And I'll do that by like creating some free product that I could give away on a squeeze page, and then in terms of getting people to that page, I would then just, you know, start using like existing knowledge of driving traffic to that site. But yeah, the main thing would be to start building a list, because that's how I got to where I am now, is from having a large list. So it's probably the number one thing I do. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You may not have had one yet, but what would be the biggest failure or setback that you've had, and were you able to turn it into success?
My first year, it was I had a lot of, you know, things that didn't work out, because I was just trying and testing different things and seeing what worked and what didn't. I would say my biggest failure was a launch that I did about 2 years ago with a partner, and like we put a lot of effort into it. We spent money on whatever costs that we had acquired, and when it came to it, there was actually a lot of technical issues. Like, I actually lost my hard drive that had all of the info on it, and then like when it came to launch, it just basically failed. Like, it made, actually, to be honest, it made about $2,000 profit, but we was planning on making like 6 figures at least with that launch. So from that launch, you know, I learned a lot. First of all, I learned, you know, to make sure you back up your data. But you know, from whenever I have failures, it's like, you know, failures are good because it allows you to learn your mistakes, what you've done wrong, and it allows you to move forward. And then when you do your next project or the next thing, you know that, you know what not to do. You're just one step closer to getting to your goals. You know, so it's actually good to fail, because it's like, you know, you see what you've done wrong and you know what not to do wrong next time. So yeah, I would say, if anyone, you know, like if you're getting started doing whatever it is you want to do and you don't achieve that goal like immediately, that doesn't mean you're not going to get there. Okay, because like, you know, it took me maybe, you know, probably about 2 years before I started having some success, right? And that was not because I gave up the first time. If I gave up the first time, then I wouldn't have got anywhere, you know. But I just kept, you know, every time I made a failure or I didn't produce any results, I just saw that as a learning curve and just carried on going. And that's what you need to do. You need to keep going and just overcome your hurdles and stuff like that.
Are there any natural character traits you have that have helped you immensely in business, and what are they?
Yeah, okay, when it comes to stuff like networking with people, I think there's some part of my character has helped. Like, if I meet someone who I even have looked up to, like you know, an internet marketing guru or whatever, I wouldn't just start like asking them about, you know, how, like, tips and whatever about how they can help me and stuff like that. Just, I don't know, start talking to them as friends and making them laugh, and just not seeing them as like, you know, a higher status person. And that would come down to, I guess, one of my character traits, like that, yeah. So, yeah, and by doing that, I think that's helped me a lot in, especially my business, you know, the way I've, like, communicated with people and stuff like that. Because I think a lot of people, like, they take it too seriously and they forget that it's a lot about relationship building. And then, so I think you need to have you know, part of your character needs to be like, just, I don't know, you just got to like, just have fun, I guess. I guess yeah, actually that's part of my character trait is everything I do, I want to have fun doing what I do. So if I'm creating a new product or doing a product launch or having a meeting with someone, I try and make it fun, because it's like, why make it like all serious and stuff. So and I think that's helped me as well. Yeah.
Do you think free advice is more useful than paid advice, or vice versa?
It depends what the advice is. I mean, sometimes advice that you get from people for free can be better than stuff that you pay for, and it depends what kind of way you're receiving that advice. Like, for example, like let's say you were hanging out with some of the speakers who are here at dinner or whatever, and that's obviously free, right? So you probably learn more there than you would by buying someone's course, because it's free and you're getting like insider information. But on the flip side, never be afraid to pay for advice, or pay to learn something new, because if you don't take that risk, initial risk, then you won't move forward as fast. You need to take like those kind of little risks, even if you're not sure that it might give you the right advice. Just take the risk anyway. Even if it's not good advice, at least you know that you took the risk in the first place. So that's how based on personal experience. So
If you can, could you boil down your business philosophy, 25 words, give or take?
Have fun while moving forward, while learning as much information as you can, and creating as much relationships as you can with people in your industry. Yeah, I mean, if I was to expand that, like I said, first of all, have fun. Everything you do, always try and have fun with it. Obviously, be a bit serious when it comes to doing the work, but try and have as much fun as you can while doing it, and build as much relationships as you can with the people who are going to help you. Normally, the way in business is a lot about relationships. So if you can help someone first, then they'll help you. So try and help as much people as you can before you ask for any favors. And keep learning as much info as you can about whatever it is that you're doing, and just never look back. Keep moving forward.